Hello, today I will be reading the story Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. It is written by Patty Lavelle and illustrated by David Catbrow. Our objective is I can infer a character's traits from the story's events. So, the character that you're going to be describing, character traits, is going to be about Molly Lou Melon. So, these are our describing words. Our describing words are called adjectives. So, an adjective describes a noun. And a noun is a person, place, or thing. So in this case, we're going to be describing a person, Molly Lou Melon. So throughout the story, I want you to think about different describing words, different adjectives to describe Molly Lou Melon. Our vocabulary words today are fumble-fingered, that's use the hands clumsily while doing or handling something. Glee, a strong feeling of happiness, great pleasure, or satisfaction. Foolish, having or showing a lack of good sense or judgment. And stand tall, to behave in a brave, proud, or unyielding manner without retreating from confrontation, danger, or adversity. So stand tall is right there in our title. Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. So looking at the cover of this book, meet Molly Lou Melon. What do you notice about her size from the plants and insects around her? In this book, you will learn how Molly Lou Melon learns to stand tall. While hearing the story, who helps her learn to stand tall? I want you to think about that. Who is helping her learn to stand tall? Stand tall, Molly Lou Melon. Molly Lou Melon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Walk as proudly as you can and the world will look up to you." So she did. There she is right there too. Molly Lou Melon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big and the world will smile right alongside of you." You can see the pennies right there on the floor. Look at her looking at her teeth in the mirror. So she did. Look at that big smile. Molly Lou Melon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong and the world will cry tears of joy." So she did. There's her singing nice and loud. Molly Lou Melon was often fumble-fingered. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself and the world will believe in you too." Look at her trying to carry all of those bowls. But look what happened. So she did. Look at her trying to juggle all of those things on a tightrope while on a unicycle. Oh my goodness. Then Molly Lou Melon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends. And start in a new school. How do you think she's feeling about going to a new school and having to say goodbye to her old friends and her grandma? Probably a little nervous, right? On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. When the game started, Molly Lou Melon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the children thought, "Wow, she's good." And Ronald Durkin felt foolish. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky Tooth Beaver. Molly Lou Melon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. Look at his face right there. How do you think he's feeling? On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk." Molly Lou Melon sang out a quack, so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and have to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. Look at his face. On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong. But Molly Lou Melon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all. Look at that snowflake. All the children oohed and ahed, even Ronald. So all of those mean things that Ronald is saying to Molly Lou Melon, she is standing tall and being true to herself. And how do you think he's starting to feel? On the fifth day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Melon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. How do you think Ronald Durkin is feeling now? How do you think Molly Lou Melon is feeling now? That night, Molly Lou Melon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. "Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Melon." So now I want you to think about our character, Molly Lou Melon, and I want you to think about those describing words, those adjectives to describe Molly Lou Melon. What type of character do you think she is? What words would you use to describe her? Is she brave? I want you to think about different words to describe Molly Lou Melon, and you are going to write about those different adjectives to describe her. Good luck.